Greetings and peace, everybody. Thank you for joining my Aisha Speaks Jade. So I am caught up. I was only like a day off. So make sure that you guys like my page, support it, and make it go viral. Again, it is Aisha Speaks Jade. And today is Saturday, August the 18th, 2018. So this evening, I'm going to speak about 10 reasons why following your passion is more important than your money. Do you believe that? Do you believe that following your passion is more important than money? I want you to think about that for a moment. And as always, I invite you to leave your comments, feedbacks, recommendations, suggestions, experiences. So money is a very powerful thing. It builds empires and breaks down kingdoms. It allows for dreams to come true and it takes others away. It makes some people happy and others completely miserable. Today, the pursuit of money is almost directly linked to the pursuit of happiness. Many will argue that money equals happiness. So I want to go just directly to those 10 reasons why you should follow your passions and not the money. So number one, working for money may seem like a good enough motivation for one to keep at their career. Every morning, Monday through Friday, you may go to work typically from 9 to 5, sitting there punching away the hours, stressing about the work at hand. This is not a way to enjoy your life. Working for 8 hours a day, 5 times a week at something that makes you miserable is not the way you live life to the fullest. Many people who choose careers that don't make them happy will tell you that they would all do it differently if they had the chance. You only have one life, so don't waste it working somewhere you hate just because of the money. And with that, I see why a lot of people tend to just either obviously go find another job or go find the careers that they want to do and pursue those, or go out and become business owners or entrepreneurs because you want to follow your passion. Again, you don't want to sit around working a 9 to 5 job, knowing that you can't stand the job, can't stand the people that you work with, all for a small piece of check. You'll be more gratified when you follow or pursue what you really, really love. So do that. Number 2, you're more passionate about the work you are doing. There is nothing worse than having to wake up every morning during the week to mindlessly go do work you don't even care about. Did I not just pretty much say that? However, this is never really an issue when you are passionate about the work you do. If you are not forced to work somewhere because of monetary constraint, you truly enjoy what you do and you never really work a day in your life. So again, just reiterating, when you are at that job or you are doing that business that you love doing, that service, or you have that product that you sell and you're really passionate about it, you don't even know that you're really working like that because you're so involved. You love what you do. You're very passionate and driven with it. 3, you can relate more to the work and come up with better ideas. Being forced to do work is one of the most draining experiences. While there are times at every job where you may feel the work may be draining and dull, You have to realize that not every day is going to be an enjoyable one. There are highs and lows. There's high and lows with everything, whether you're working at a job or you're working for yourself. There's high and lows, good and bad days. But when you are passionate about the work, you look past the dull days. Your creative juices or your creative process is also different. You are more inclined to come up with creative ideas when you like what you do. And that is so true. When you're driven to and you're on that flow, you're in that mindset about what you're really passionate and you love to do. I mean, the creative flow is going, the juices is just all in your head and you put out really creative and remarkable things. 4, work doesn't feel like it's forced upon you. When you value money over your overall health and your passion, you will find yourself in an endless cycle of misery. Work no longer becomes a career or a journey, but more of a taxing nuisance on your mind and body that has to get done. Let me say, I have been experiencing this more recently than I like to admit, but I'm that type of person when I give, especially at work, I give my all. I give it 100%. And there's been quite a few times when I've had no one to cover my desk for me to go to lunch or do the things that I want to do, and or if I've done them, I've actually had my manager call me and say, well, there's no one at the desk covering you and blah, blah, blah. And yeah. So I'm here to tell you today, when I need to do what I need to do for me, you better believe I'm going to do it. Now, I'll set it up and try to make sure that someone comes, and if they say, you know what, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and you don't do it, that's not my issue anymore. I have to go out and take care of myself because that job will be there. But I myself have one life to live. And if I need to take care of some business in regards to my well-being, my mind, body, and soul, then I need to do it, because guess what? My manager and my boss and whoever else, they're doing what they want to do for them. And they're not worried about if they got coverage or if the desk is going to be okay. They're going out and they're going to do it. So I am putting me first. So every day that you go to work with this mindset, you begin to hate your job more and more. I can so identify. While many people feel that they must work hard to retire and have money to enjoy themselves, what's the point of enjoying yourself in your later years when you spent your life being miserable? Absolutely. I like the work that I do. I just don't like the management. I think that's my personal biggest challenge. And I'm not here to retire where I work at. I just spoke about that earlier today. Like, I'm not here to retire where I'm working at. I'm looking to work more full time for myself and invest more of my time, just my overall self into the businesses. Okay. Because you have, again, that one life, and you have to live it to the best of your ability, and you have to follow your passion. Your passion is not somebody else's passion. Your passion is yours. And whether they agree with it or not, you don't have time to worry about that. Wherever they're at in their life, that's them. If you need to put them to the side or not be bothered with them anymore, then you do what's best for your mind, body, and soul. Follow your dreams. Follow your goals. 5. No matter how much money you make, nothing will help you overcome the feeling of doing something you hate. So many accountants, people who are accountants, many accountants come into corporate America, put in reckless hours, of course they do, during the week, and make a great paycheck. on payday. Many of them have all this money piled up, but they never really get to enjoy the fruits of their labor because their labor takes up most of their lives. So if you are accountants or you're just a individual that, you're in corporate America and you're working and working, and even though you have all this money, but you're still miserable, if you can relate to that, just put #relate. Many of them hate their jobs because they aren't really passionate about what they do. Is there a worse feeling than doing something you hate? Oh my goodness. I know so many of you can relate to this, and I hope that you can, even when you listen to this replay, just #relate. Eventually, this hatred will cause you stress, and in the long run, it will have a lasting effect on your health, whether it's an accountant or whatever your job you do. And you're working, and every day every day you wake up, you're just like, I don't even want to go to my job. I can't stand my job, or I hate my job. And you come in there and you do a piss poor job at it. People can see your attitude, your demeanor, your body language, and everything. You may really want to rethink, do I still want to be at this job? Perhaps you need to go look for another career that you really will enjoy. Or if you're driven to have your own business, you may want to pursue that. Everybody is set up different. So I'm not here to say quit your job today. If you feel like you need to quit a job today to pursue what you need to do, I'm not here to say whether that's right or wrong, because I've heard several stories where people they get up one day, they just have this like epiphany, and they're like, I'm not ever going back to corporate America. I'm pursuing my goal. And you know what? Kudos for you, because I'm not here to say, oh, well, you really crazy for doing that. Hey, you're stepping out on your faith and you're doing what you need to do. Others may need to work, build up some revenue, and then use that to pursue what they need to pursue. Whatever you need to do for you, make sure that you do it. 6, you are more inclined to work later hours. When you work somewhere that you are passionate about, putting in later hours isn't as much of a burden as it is when you don't like what you're doing. To you, putting in the extra hours doesn't hurt as much because you don't feel like you are forced to do it, which makes the experience that much more enjoyable. Every industry has a busy season, and without a doubt, there will come a time when you will need to put in the extra hours. Will it be easier for you to work longer on something you can relate to or something you can't stand doing? 7, you are willing to go above and beyond the call of duty. I do it every day. Certain obligations at your work will require you to go above and beyond the call of duty. In certain times during the busy seasons, you may be asked to do certain tasks that are not part of your everyday schedule. It is much easier for you to put in the extra work if it's something you actually care about, because you are passionate about your job. You will be willing to put in the extra effort to go beyond what is required of you. Now, I know that I do, and that's not even a bragging right. I just know that I do. I've just am that type of person I can go above and beyond and do things. Or I don't even actually see it as that. I do my best to help. And if I know that you're walking out and you're satisfied, I'm cool. My business also, I'm that's like a full-time job as well. So, you might as well say that I have 2 full-time jobs. But again, I have a goal and a purpose, and I'm going to get to it. Number 8, no obstacle will stop you from achieving success. When you really enjoy what you do, Nothing will stop you from getting your work done. Because you are passionate about what you do, you feel unstoppable and nothing can obstruct you from achieving greatness. Your passion ignites your work, and like a rocket, it accelerates your past roadblocks that may come about. Any obstacle that comes your way is accepted and fought off with a creative solution. 9. Our working careers will consume most of our lives, so we might as well do something we enjoy. You will spend a majority of your life working, and there is no other way around this fact unless you are born into a wealthy family or marry rich. So I say with that, I don't believe everyone is going to work for the majority of their life. As far as corporate America, you have those that work for corporate America and you have those that work for themselves. But I just kind of feel, especially for me, I'm on both sides. Working for yourself is, for me, so much more rewarding. For the rest of us who weren't fortunate enough, we will be spending a good portion of our lives working in order to make ends meet. And see, with that, I'm not looking to be set up for the rest of my remaining life to just make ends meet. I want financial stability, financial freedom. There is no way around this. So we might, and I disagree, but this is what this says. There is no way around this. So we might as well accept the cards we are dealt. And I disagree with that. Many people go about this the wrong way because they feel like work is something they have to do rather than something they can enjoy. Once you realize that your career should be something you enjoy, then you will lead a more happy and fulfilling life. Now, I think that part of it applies if you want to work for corporate America for the rest of your life and retire. But I feel like leading a more happy and fulfilling life would be the goal of being full-time into my business and firing my boss. That's how I feel. But again, that's my setup. And 10, and last and final, you will get more fulfillment when you finally make it. There are few feelings better than achieving a level of success you set out for yourself. Nothing like crossing off your bucket list of goals you set out for yourself to achieve. When you finally reach the pinnacle, it is that much more enjoyable knowing you got there doing something you love. Remember, work doesn't have to be something that you hate doing. Stay true to yourself. Let me say that again. This applies for all of us that's going to be listening to this. Stay true to yourself and always do what makes you happy. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Please apply it to your life if you haven't. Or if you have and you fell off, regroup. Catch it, check it, change it. Use them 3 C's. Catch it, check it, change it. So with that being said, thank you as always, good people, my supporters. Please make sure that you, again, like my Aisha Speaks Jade page here on Facebook. I am on Instagram, Aisha Speaks Jade. I am on Twitter, Aisha Speaks Jade. I am on YouTube, Aisha Speaks Jade, as well as I am on LinkedIn, Aisha Speaks Jade. So you can find me on those social medias under the same thing, Aisha Speaks Jade. And if you are someone, a small business owner, a entrepreneur, speaker, coach, financial advisor, advocate, if you are in a business and you are a positive individual trying to share positive informations, tools, resources, and you would like to be on my Aisha Speaks Jade Facebook page as a guest, please leave me a comment here and let me know. Would love to speak to you, find out what you're about. We can fill each other out. If it's a great fit, I would love to have you as a guest. I actually got confirmed one guest, so I'm really excited about that. And just look forward to more endeavors. I'm very much open to right now locally speak here in the Atlanta metro area. So if you're interested in me coming out and just being my authentic self, being genuine, speaking from the heart, speaking of, I want to say dark days to what's going on with me presently, just being transparent, I would love to come out. I'm open to speak. So with that being said, thank you again. I look forward to many more sharing and being supportive of each other. Make sure that you know your worth and know thyself and take care of yourself from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, loving yourself and respecting yourself first and foremost, staying true to yourself. Okay, because that's very important. You got to stay true to yourself. Again, enjoy your evening. Have a better tomorrow. Be awesome on purpose. And with that being said, with gratitude, Ashe.